Hi everyone, Bruce here at eTrailer. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble your Curt A20 fifth wheel slider hitch. Today we're using industry standard rails. The assembly is the exact same if your vehicle has the puck system. As far as the assembly goes, it's fairly simple. You need a few hand tools and maybe an extra person because you are working with a little bit of weight here. When you do receive your fifth wheel hitch, it will come in two separate boxes. At this point, let's go ahead and open them up and see what we have inside. The smaller box contained our head assembly and its hardware, and the larger box contained our slider base and its hardware. The tools that we're going to need for this job is a 21 millimeter socket, 22 millimeter wrench, a 5 millimeter Allen, and we're going to also need a torque wrench. Now, if you don't have a torque wrench, we do carry them here at eTrailer, or you can rent one from your local auto parts store. Next, we need to go ahead and get our slider base in our truck, and we're going to need our 4 rubber spacers, our 4 pins, and our 4 clips. You're going to need an extra set of hands. It is quite heavy, but our rails are mocked up. Let's go ahead and take our slide rails, and we're going to get this placed. Take those tabs and slide them into our slots. Just like that. Don't forget our rubber spacers. All we're going to do is go ahead and lift this up a little bit and slide them in and let it come back down. When you do put your slider base on the rails, make sure the handle is pointing towards the cab. Take our pin, slide it in from the back, and then take our clip and go ahead and clip that on. Now, make sure you do the other 3 the exact same way. While putting your pins in place, make sure you've got the angled part going to the outside. You don't want it on the inside because then it's going to be kind of hard to manipulate it to get it in the hole. So make sure the angled part goes towards the outside. We need to remove this pin so we can move our lever down. All you have to do is pull out and it will snap off. Set that aside, and we're going to go ahead and pull our handle to unlock it and make sure we got good movement, which we do. Once it goes into position, the handle will come back up, push it down again, and bring it back towards you. Now, these are industry standard rails, but if your vehicle does have the puck system, you'll drop it in place, and then you'll just lock it in. Now we need to go ahead and get our head in place on our slider base, but to do that, we're going to make it a little lighter. We'll move this head off of this base. All we need to do is pull our clip, pull our pin out. That will allow us to go ahead and lift straight up and remove the head. Now for today, we are going to go into the middle holes here. And this does have an adjustment from 13 inches to 17 inches high. In the installation instructions of your head, you will have a calculation in there that will tell you how to determine on your fifth wheel application where that height needs to be. Take our bolt setter supplied, and we're going to go to the inner holes here, and we're going to go to the center and go ahead and run our bolt through. And then we need to do the next side. We have a lock washer and a flat washer. The lock washer is going to go first, then the flat washer. Put our nuts on each bolt. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our 21 millimeter socket and our 22 millimeter wrench, and we're going to go ahead and get these snug down before we torque them. It's time to come back by and go ahead and torque them down to the manufacturer's instructions. Now it's time to go ahead and put our actual head back on its base. Now make sure the opening is facing towards the rear of the vehicle. Slide that down. We're going to take our big pin all the way in till it stops. We'll go ahead and take our clip and make sure we put that back in place. Grab our handle, the little spring, and our 2 Allen bolts. We're going to take the handle and slide it on, making sure the handle end is facing the rear. I'm going to slide this on. We get our spring. We do need to put our spring in here. I'm going to take a little screwdriver from the bottom side and move it out of the way because our bolt needs to go through here. Just like that. Go ahead and push that down, pull backwards so we can get our bolt through the other hole. I take the plate for the handle and it goes, the notch here is going to face towards the rear, and we're going to take our 5mm and go ahead and screw that plate on. Now that we got our bolts started, we need to go ahead and tighten those up. Now keep in mind, don't over tighten these bolts because we don't want to crush the top of this because the handle does need to move back and forth. So just a hand tight, snug fit is good enough. And we need to make sure our handle still slides. At this point, you are ready to go ahead and hook up your 5th wheel. Backing in, it will automatically latch closed. We can put our safety pin back in place. This does complete our assembly of our Curt A20 5th wheel slider hitch. I'm Bruce. Thanks for watching.